How's everyone doing? Welcome to Simply Dads. This is the channel where we talk about parenting, but strictly from a man's perspective, or I should say a dad's perspective. I'm Lance. I'll be your tour guide on another epic adventure that we're about to embark on. And the topic today is a really good one. However, before we get into that, I want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who has liked, shared, subscribed to the channel. I want to say thank you to those who have given encouragement, kind words, and spent your time. I know that's valuable. The topic that I want to discuss today, fellas, is failure. More specifically, how failure is necessary for our kids to be successful in life. If we allow our kids to fail and fail often and not be helicopter parents like some of us can be, if we're being honest, like I can be sometimes, they'll begin to build life skills that are necessary to take them through life and be successful. You're talking about adolescence, I'm talking about teenage years, young adulthood, and beyond, which is ultimately our goal as dads. We want to raise independent, productive members of society that has a mind of their own and that will stand up for themselves. Now, if you're being honest, we've all failed at something in life. I'll use me as an example. I have failed numerous times and I have failed often. I have failed at business ventures. I have failed at relationships. I have failed it with my kids, and I do that still. I've had thoughts that I'm a failure. However, through those failures, my perception of the word began to change, and I saw that failure isn't all bad. Failure is a motivator. Failure is a teacher. Failure is a grower. Failure is a life changer. Failure is an inspiration. So because of that reason and the lessons that I've learned that have brought me to this point right now, that is why I say that it is necessary that we allow our kids to fail. So if you think about it, through your failures, through my failures, we have all learned something, and that's no different for our kids. And in fact, I would contend that it's literally possibly more important that they fail early because they begin to know themselves better. Some of the positives from allowing our kids to do just that, to fail, is they build empathy because they can relate to others that have failed and potentially help them through their failure. It's a character builder. They build coping skills. Also, they begin to understand their capabilities of self-reliance and self-trust. Adversely, if we don't, and we are in fact those helicopter parents that we can be at times, it is teaching them that we don't trust them or their capabilities. It's also teaching them not to use their coping skills, or it's not teaching them coping skills, I should say, sorry. Also, there's an increase of anxiety. There's an increase of depression too. And I know that none of us want that for our children. I know that I don't. I want them to be successful members of society and be able to deal with what life has to throw at them, and allowing them to fail enables them to do that. Also, one of the main points is that it teaches them that they are not their failures. It does not define who they are and how to get up and do things. Because if you think about it, if they're not failing, then they're not doing anything. You have to live life, not let life live you. And if you're not risking it, if you're not failing it or at something, they're not doing anything. They're complacent. They're sitting idle. And again, we don't want that. I don't want that. So in conclusion, guys, for our kids to be successful, one way for our kids to be successful is to allow them to fail and fail often. I appreciate your time. I'm Lance. Like, share, and subscribe my message. Leave a comment. Give me some feedback. But remember, life is too short, so hug a neck and kiss a face. But fellas, more importantly, be and show love. Thank you.